to you, Bert. The HT-37 sounds wonderful down here near Pittsburgh. Right offhand, man, I wouldn't change a thing.
I was going to do a video on the intimacy lives of ham radio operators. However, I dug and dug as much as I could, look under some of the forums and listened on the air, because you can find nothing on that subject. So I guess the only thing that hams are intimate with are their dipoles, their beams, their transceivers, their keys, their microphones, and of course, contesters. They are very intimate, aren't they? CQ59, CQ59. But today we're going to talk a little bit about the HT-37. That's a Hallicrafters rig that came from the era of the 1950s, one of the early sideband rigs, and I could not afford that. At age 14, it was all I could do to buy my DX40 and Hallicrafters S76 receiver. I couldn't even afford a very good microphone. I would have loved to have one of these D104 microphones. The microphone I had at that time, I believe, was a JT38, and I got that for free. So we're going to take a look at a rig from that era. It operates at about 100 watts output on CW and sideband peaks, and it will operate on AM at about half that. We'll set it up on AM and take a look at that. I've also went to a little bit of extra effort and opened the top and the bottom to give you a picture of what it looks like inside. The finals are two 6146s, a real workhorse tube. The DX40 used one 6146, this uses two. So we'll see how it works, and you'll see what a rig of that era, really kind of one of those Cadillacs of that era, how they work. There is a reason they call it a boat anchor, because it weighs about 80 pounds. The table that I have, that I put it on, has already broken a wheel, and one of the wooden dowels have already cracked. So hopefully the rig will stay up. So let's take a look at the HT-37, the Hallicrafters HT-37 era 1950s. And the first thing I have to do is put it in the calibrate position to see if I can find it on my receiver. I have a receiver over the other side of the room. It's a Flex 5000. So I will... Okay, there it is. So we're in the calibrate position. Next, we're going to tune it up. I think I'll throw it in the CW position. And on CW, I am using a JT38 key. It is the very first key that I owned, and it's the key that I used to make my first CW contact back in December of 1959. So let's take this and put it in. This is in the CW position. We need to take it out of calibrate. There we go. And we don't have much power there, only about 10 watts. Gonna bring it. And let's tune the final up a little bit. There we go. And that looks like about 60 watts. So we're running about 60 watts. We're in the MOX position, which allows me to use the key. I'm in CW. The RF level can be controlled very easily this way. This is the final tune. SWR is, let's adjust that a little bit, is about 1.7. Okay, so RF levels maximum, driver tune is set on the frequency. So there we are, tuned it up on 15 meters. Okay, now it's time to try it on single sideband. And we are in the calibrate position right now. and that's around 14,200. I'm using the Yaesu for a receiver, the HT-37, and I do have over here a manual antenna switch, and of course I have my key, which I used earlier, and my D104 microphone. So let me take it out of calibrate and then kind of tune it up. Not putting out too much power there, but let's adjust the drive, the final tune, and I'll adjust the, there we go. That looks like it's over 100 watts, so they're on 20 meters. But we're not done. So we're going to put it over on not double sideband, but on single sideband. And you can hear probably what sounds like the carrier there. We have to balance out the carrier. And what I'm looking to do is to get this to read 0, which it really was because I had balanced it out earlier. And because we want the carrier down as low as possible. And hopefully the microphone will work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And it doesn't sound too good because I'm trying to receive it on a receiver that's overloaded. But we'll give it a shot here, see what works, see if we can make a contact. K1OIK, kilowatt 1 Oscar India kilowatt. I'm not QRP, but this is a 60-year-old rig that I just got running. So I wanted to see if it works. I'm using a Hallicrafters HT-37, using a Hallicrafters HT-37. My name is Bert, Bravo Uniform Romeo Tango, and I am located on Cape Cod in Massachusetts, about 88 kilometers southeast of Boston. So it's an old rig, it's a very old rig, so I hope it's getting out. ON6 Victor Lima, K1OIK. Okay, ON6 Victoria Lima, here is K1OIK. Very good. Well, I'm receiving you on an FT-817, and my antenna is a 3-element Yagi, but it's only up about 8 meters, so it is not up very high. ON6 Victor Lima, let me know who you are and where you are. Here is K1OIK. WN3B, and you sound great. Here is K1OIK.
Well, good morning to you, Bert. The HT-37 sounds wonderful down here near Pittsburgh. Right offhand, man, I wouldn't change a thing. Sounds great. I wonder if you have a scope there to look at your modulated waveform. That's the best deal for knowing whether you need to turn it up or turn it down, but like I said, I wouldn't change a thing on it. Sounding good. I'm running an old Gates 250C1. Ends up being a pair of 813s modulated by a pair of 810s.